Hi friend, Julia here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, all the things down below. Today, we are talking about the Coach Studio Baguette bag with sequins in the color silver. Got this on sale from Coach during the holiday season, and it is now February 2024, and it is still on sale, so they're looking to get rid of their glittery, sequiny holiday bags. So today, I will show you what fits in it. I will give you some initial impressions because I have only worn this to a New Year's Eve party. So it hasn't really had a lot of mileage quite yet. So we'll talk about what I think thus far and whether or not you should get this. So again, this is called the Coach Studio Baguette bag with sequins. This also comes in black and pink, and the pink color is really gorgeous. I will admit, I've only seen this one in person. Everything else I've seen is online, but there are some YouTube videos of the pink, and it is a really pretty color. I just knew this would fit in my wardrobe more so for holiday and special occasions, but if you're a pink gal or guy, the pink is fantastic. Also, I love a black bag, but I have enough black bags. So for sequins, I wanted silver. This says holiday, this says party to me, gold and silver. So let me give you the rundown. I got this on sale at the holidays. It still is on sale. When I'm looking at the Coach website right now, it says 30% off. So usually retails for $4.25 in the US. Right now, retailing for $297.50 before tax and all that good stuff. So check that out. Refined calf leather and sequins. 8 credit card slots. I'm just reading the website, but we'll get into the details. Inside, multifunction pockets, push lock closure right here, fabric lining, detachable handle. So here's one handle, and I'll show you my longer strap as well as we get into it. Outside, open pocket in the back here, and that longer detachable strap, which we will see. I'll also drop all this info in the description below and a link to the bag. But in terms of measurements, 7 3/4 inches long, 4 1/4 height, 2 1/2 width. So not a huge bag, but they actually have some sequin bags that are even smaller than this. But of course, in this day and age, we all want to know, does this fit one's phone? And yes, it does currently fit my iPhone. So that was important to me. I do want my bag to fit my phone. So let's show what it looks like a little bit closer. Here's how the sequins are in the bag. Let's try and get really close. I know it is so bright, and you can just see my filming setup here. The sequins are, really tight up against the bag as opposed to some other rhinestoney kinds of bags I have. So far, I'm not super concerned with I'm not seeing any, again, I've worn it like 1 to 2 times. None of them are coming off. It's not like those rhinestone bags you see where you're just dropping rocks everywhere you go. These sequins, I can always do an update in the future, but as of right now, I don't have a lot of concerns about them coming off the bag or flaking off the bag. It does seem like we're pretty good. Really, all I see right now is just threads because I'm wearing it with a sweater. But the sequins look like, I trust that these could last long term as opposed to some other rhinestoney bags, again, that just start dropping pieces as you wear them. Again, silver color. Right now I have it on the shorter strap, which is kind of why I initially picked it up. There is a crossbody option, but I sort of like that shoulder bag, like baguette vibe of the bag is what I was going for, or holding it more of a top handle. But I also appreciate a crossbody strap because I do live in a city and I like to be hands-free, but also have my purse in front of myself. So for, safety and security. So I do love having that option when I want to be hands-free. Here is the giant C Coach logo on the front, so we know where the bag came from. And then we click this to open the bag. Very easy to access that way. Open it up, and I have the crossbody strap in there. So let's take it out and show you what else will fit. We'll get into the strap in a little bit. So here is what the bag looks like empty. So for the size, you can get a good amount in for a night out. If I was doing a longer day and I wanted things like sunglasses, sunscreen, lots of stuff, this probably wouldn't be the bag, but I was kind of thinking of this as like a night out holiday option when you want a little bling. but there's a good amount of space in here. There is a pocket here in the back, so you could put a card or parking validation. I live in Los Angeles, so even if you go to the supermarket, you need to validate your parking. And then these card slots here. There's also a pocket here in the front of the bag, and you do have that pocket in the back. Now I'm gonna be honest, these pockets in the back from Coach bags, I have gotten a couple Coach bags over the years. Like, what are we putting in the back pocket? Please comment down below and tell me what fits. Because this is not, to me, I'm like, this is not where I'm putting a phone. It just always feels really tight, the back pocket of a Coach bag. So quite frankly, I don't anticipate using this back pocket at all. And if I do, it's because, again, I'm like, let me just stick the parking validation before I get to the end of the garage to pull it out easily. Maybe that. I just don't really see this as actually being, I do love outside pockets for most bags, but I want it to be functional. And this is just way too tight for me to use. So inside the bag, what can we fit inside of the bag? Marc Jacobs card holder, this would fit easily. However, because I want to stuff other things into this bag, I am someone who would use the card slots. If this comes with 8 card slots, to me, I'm like, use that real estate. This, while thin, still has some thickness to it. So stick some cards in these card slots. But if you want to see what a card holder looks like in there, that is it. 6-ring key holder. We can also stick this in here. We do that, we're already filling up some of our space. AirPods case, 1st gen, sticking that in there as well. Tom Ford lip color in Indian Rose, one of my go-tos, wearing it right now. Stick that in. And we're pretty much already looking pretty full with those items in here. And I still got to get my phone inside of this bag, which is why I like to use the card slots in the front. Again, I don't need to show you all my cards. I'm not a member of anything interesting, but let's stick the cards in the front, take the card holder out. Let's get a phone in here, which is, you know, currently doing some work here for the shoot, but we got a phone, AirPods case, and key holder. Now we will stick in a lipstick. I know, it's not perfect, but we want to show what it looks like when you're scrambling. We're at the checkout line at Sephora. They're asking us when we were born. I'm saying none of you know the decade that I'm talking about. You're too young. This is what it looks like when we put everything in while scrambling. So a lipstick, a key holder, an AirPod case, and a phone, I think is pretty good. And then having those cards in those front card slots. Again, not really using this pocket or the back pocket very much. If I did, paper. Cash could work here too. I honestly just don't carry cash very much. But you could put your cash along this front pocket and just kind of use that as your wallet to pull out any paper bills that you have or receipts. But that is what it looks like when all of these things are inside of this bag. Now let's show it off empty. So it has this light color inside. This is definitely a bag for, like, if you love wearing some silver, or if you're cool with mixed metals, which I'm also fine with. It has like a silver and then kind of this like bluish gray, I would describe this. I'm trying to see on Coach's website if they describe the color of this. I feel like it's like a bluish gray here for the color of these straps. This is it when we just have it on that shorter setting. There are some things dangling here, as you can see, purely for aesthetic reasons. This thing, what is this thing? A piece of leather, a tag, a dog tag kind of thing that says Coach on it. These can easily come off, which is good. I've kept it on, you know, it gives it a little something. It's just some dressing here on the side, but this comes off. This easily comes off. So if you don't want stuff dangling from your bag, no problem. Easy, you know, clasp here to get off this short strap that I have. Don't mind me just dragging things all over the table here. Now there's nothing. So if you just want it to be, you know, a clutch, however you want to hold it while you're walking around, you can have it just with no strap whatsoever. Or you have a longer strap. Here is the longer strap. So again, same color as that short strap that we just saw. It is adjustable. There are holes in this. So I, again, being the I wouldn't say lazy, you know, just efficient. I trust how a chef brings out my meal at a restaurant, and I trust how my bag comes in the mail. So honestly, when I received this, I don't even think I adjusted it. I just used it on the setting that it was at, which was on the highest. So like keeping it the shortest. So it was kind of just like under the chest moment. But also I have adjusted it a bit today to play around with what does it look like when it's on the longest setting. So it falls farther down my frame. So there are several holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we also have this, you know, just so you don't have like this little thing sticking out, you can adjust that. And same exact looking like clasps as the shorter strap here. So you can just take that, put it on the bag. Now I would assume this is how most people do things. When I'm just out for the day, I'm not bringing all my straps with me. I'm usually making a selection before I leave the house of like, today is a crossbody day or today is a short strap day. Because, you know, if I'm carrying straps with me, that takes up even more room in my bag. So I usually make that choice before I leave, but you do you. You've got options. I think you could, if you want, you could have both straps on at the same time. And that would also be an aesthetic choice, and nothing wrong with that as well. So I'm just clipping on this shorter one. So I can have this crossbody strap going, and I can also have this strap here. This is not the cutest model shot that I've ever done, but just to show you, you can have all of this here. So if you do want to leave and just have all of these options and say, hey, sometimes I want to hold the short strap like this, but I also want the option here to go crossbody and hands free, you can certainly do you. Please always be true to how you want to wear your handbags. So that is an option. Just showing it off again. So shiny. A lot of lights in my apartment currently. So that is the general vibe of the bag. So why did I get this? It was on sale. That was kind of one of the reasons. I wasn't necessarily shopping. I was being so good during the holiday season, and then I saw like Coach sale, and around the same time, my husband and I every year have a new tradition we've done the past few years called Vegas Giving. We go to Las Vegas for Thanksgiving. That's what Vegas Giving is. And so the last few years, when I want to have a sequin moment, I bring this. Like everyone who loves a handbag, you have at least one piece in your collection that's just like, I got this from, I don't know, like Claire's for $3 in 1997 or whatever it was. This is a bag I bought many years ago. And again, I'm pretty sure it was a Claire's or something for a couple bucks. It's shiny. There's nothing interesting or special about it. I think it was the first time I went to a friend's wedding as an adult or something, and I just needed some bling. This is the bling. It has the little rhinestones and stuff on it, but surprisingly, these mesh blingy things, nothing has fallen off, even though I've beat the heck out of this and I've had it forever. It does have like a cheap chain thing on it, and on most recent Vegas Giving, the chain did break. I do think this is fixable. I can work on getting it reattached here. But I just thought, you know, I've had this for years and it's done the job. There's nothing wrong with it. I usually do kind of clutch it, but it seemed like a natural moment to consider getting another blingy bag since this one was starting to show some wear. And that is what led to me seeing that there was a sale on the Coach website and deciding to treat myself. I don't want to oversell you on this thing because I couldn't tell you where to go get it at this point, but it's roomy as well. It has one slot here. You can wear a chain crossbody. I usually wear it as a clutch, but I was wearing it on the chain at the time when the chain snapped. And it's just this meshy material. And quite frankly, with a lot of sequin stuff, I do think it's worth going more affordable than expensive because they always look blingy and fun, and no one can tell the difference. I think if you're wearing something that costs $2,000 or $2, sometimes it's just like, just be distracted by the shiny. Look at the shiny thing. So that, I got that years ago and I'm still keeping it in my collection and plan to use it, especially if I just need something, knowing that something could happen to it. This has held up. But as I mentioned, I decided to treat myself to something new and shiny. Something I like about this Coach Studio Baguette is it does kind of have like a Fendi Baguette vibe. It is a bit more, and this is coming from someone who has not owned a Fendi Baguette in person, so similarities. I'm not saying it's an exact, you know, twin for that bag, but this feels a little more like structured than the Fendi Baguettes I've seen on YouTube and what have you, but it has that style of like this longer east-west, you know, like vibe, shiny, kind of has that look. So a similar style for a much more reasonable price point. Those are a lot of the main details of the bag. I can't tell you long-term wear and tear because again, I haven't worn it a ton. I foresee wearing this, again, brought it out for New Year's Eve, wore it to a friend's get together. I could see this being nightclub bag, holiday season bag, date night. I just want some bling and sequins. I'm from Jersey, born and raised, and so sometimes I do need it to be a little bit extra. And when you want to be extra, what better way to do it than just shine bright like a diamond while you're going out? So this is just a fun way to add like a little bit of party to your look. You can go to the coffee shop like this. It doesn't need to be a special occasion, but if you want to shine and catch some attention, this is a bag to do it with. Let me know what else I can tell you about this bag. Do you want to see what it looks like long term? Do you want to see what it looks like compared to other size bags I have? Here's a no-name bag to see what it looks like compared to that no-name bag. And I can do a bit more of a long-term review once I've given it a bit more time in my collection. But because I could see that this was still for sale online, I did want to make sure you knew, if you were considering it, what it looks like. It has been 30% off or so, it seems, for a couple months now, and they still have this in stock. And not just on the Coach website, I have seen it on other sites, and it seems to be a comparable percentage off for the bag. But if you also have any coupons or something like that, or discounts, you might be able to get even more of a discount for this bag. Not huge, but you know, it still packs a punch. It still fits a phone. The most important test of all. So that's my video for today, y'all. My name is Julia. Again, I'm still relatively new to YouTube, but we're talking bags, fashion, all that stuff. If you have requests, please drop that in the comment section down below. Also, I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you care for my content and want to see more of what I have to say. And if you have feedback for future videos of more that I can do while showing these kinds of things off, please let me know, and I'm happy to include more of that information. Again, look in the description to get all of the specifics, the link, not an affiliate link, just including it for knowledge. Click all that to get specifics on the bag, but so far, my review is favorable. I do plan to keep wearing and rocking this sequin bag, and I just need to get invited to more fancy things so I can wear sequins every single day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and thanks so much for watching my video. Bye now.